And what a crazy, crazy week it's been, right? So the last time we convened and had this conversation and spoke, we had no idea what the week was like ahead. Last week at this time, I was coming to you from New York, from my home in New York, and things were just starting to ruffle up, I believe. And I decided that on Tuesday morning, after walking through the city, walking through my home, that it was time for me to take care of myself. And it was time for me to not resist what that looks like. I'm such a New York tough, it's a consciousness that they really, really like to ingrain in us, like New York tough. And we are New York tough, and we will always be New York tough, but we're also New York sensitive too, or I'm New York sensitive too. And I really felt like, it's time for me to be able to do what I can do and contribute in the way that I contribute, but from a place that's nurturing and that's warm and that's caring for me. And I've come home to Florida, where I grew up with my family. My mom is in the kitchen cooking dinner. My dad is, watching sports. It's like the old days, right? And there was so much resistance to that for so much of my, for much of my recent adult years, because I was so hungry for that New York vibe and hungry to get out and be a part of things and do things and create that. But I realized, the most important thing that we need to not neglect is this, right? We need to really, 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 really take care of ourselves. We need to look within ourselves. So this evening, when I was meditating on what we were going to speak about tonight, I got super, super excited. There were so many really, really cool messages that popped up and came up. And I know many of you I actually reached out to personally because I wanted you to join, because I picked up so much of your energy tonight when we were talking. All of these people, many of you, my New Yorkers, my New York family, my New York team, we've all kind of dispersed and gone into our own little ways, right? We've gone off into our own little ways. Sorry, my messages are blowing up right now. We've gone into our own little directions in our own little ways, but we're still New Yorkers. We still haven't abandoned the fact that that's our home and that's what's important to us, and that energy that thrives us and fulfills us. However, right now, what we need to do is we need to take care of ourselves, and we need to look to where we're going to grow. So in tonight's meditation, before I got ready, or as I was preparing for tonight's session, I was really deep in meditation. I thought, I don't want to take the average route that I take and what have you. I really wanted to speak to you. I wanted to speak to your soul. I wanted to speak to all of our souls. And I love this beautiful image, this beautiful analogy, right? So here we are. There's so much revolt going on in the world, right? Revolt, revolution. I wrote them all down. They just came to me like crazy. And all this re-energy, I want to actually talk about that re-energy, because we are moving into a time and space, especially it's going to really, really kick off this week. We're going to we're going to start to rethink our lives, okay? We've been so focused on what's going on in the world that maybe we haven't had a second to take a minute and think about what it is, who we are, how we can best be served with that energy. So we're going to begin to rethink this week. That's a big one. Rethink. Next week, we're going into Mercury retrograde. So this week is really, really all about communicating with ourselves so that we can really get a handle on what it is we're going to do, or what's important to us, what's going to nurture us. And I'll tell you why the trajectory is so, so, so important for this week, for us to rethink, reconsider, reevaluate, okay? Respect ourselves, respect where we are in this framework of this reality that we're proposing, that we're creating. Respect, and then reciprocate. Once we've gone through this process of understanding how we rethink, reconsider, we reevaluate, then we can begin to reciprocate. Then we can start to see, maybe right now, guys, you don't even know how your energy is going to contribute to the big picture, right? Because you're so inundated with everything that's going on, you haven't had that pause yet to say, you know what, let me reevaluate. Let me see where I fit into all of this. What is important to me? How can I contribute? So as we've done that, then we can reciprocate what's important. We can reciprocate that energy into the world. And then last but not least is the return. And this one to me is the most important one. And that's kind of why I started off with this whole image of home sweet Florida that I'm in. And return to the simplicity of our lives. Return to what is important to us. Return to ourself. Return to our soul. You know, we've been going so fast. And now all the energy that's coming in is to welcome us to return home, to return to our soul. And home means our soul. Wow. Okay, so that's set up for this amazing cosmic event that's happening on June 21st. Okay, this energy is going to come in, and this is this is going to be the sun, the solar eclipse, and the solar eclipse is going to be in the sign of Cancer. So all the things that we talked about are really things that are important to the Cancer energy, right? Taking care of ourselves, safety, security, nurturing. Cancer governs our stomach, and it governs our digestive system. Bernice, if you're listening, this is really hitting me hard with what we always talk about. If you have Cancer in your chart anywhere, you'll feel this energy magnified times a godzillion, although everybody will feel it, okay? So this nurturing energy, this energy, the stomach represents nurturing, the digestive system represents nurturing. So if you've been feeling off in your stomach or in your digestive area, honestly, it's going to begin to shift because you're going to find some real peace. And you're going to find some real peace because as we do all this rethinking, reevaluating, reconsidering, then we're going to reciprocate within our home. Again, whatever that means to you. Cancer is all the sign. Cancer is all about the home, right? It's all about the nurturing. It's all about what's inside their shell. So I want you to think about all these things in the next 2 weeks. We've got like 2 weeks before that happens. In the next 2 weeks, Mercury is going to be in retrograde. A lot of things are going to happen out there that are going to make you go, WTF? So remember, let's go inside because we're going to start to plan what's going to look like in our beautiful Cancerian shell. And our beautiful Cancerian shell that we carry with us around our back is the love, is the family, is the security. I have so many Cancers on tonight, actually. It's so beautiful. So many Cancers listening too, I can tell. So that energy, the re-energy, okay? So one of the things that's also happening too in a really global scale, I'm going to tell you a really brief story. And I don't know, honestly, guys, you know when you read something and you just kind of put it aside. You read something, you put it aside, and you think, okay, wow, that was an interesting story, and then you never think of it again. Well, tonight when I was meditating on what we were going to talk about, this incredible article that I read in the New York Times popped up, and it was about a royal Indian family. This is a true story. I read it in the New York Times. I don't remember when. It's been a really long time. And I'm sharing the story because it's going to set up the energy that we're like really moving into right now. Okay, so here you go. In this story, and I'm going to paraphrase, it's been a long time. I wish I could quote what it is, but there was this royal family or spawns of royals, and they lived in this palace. Again, this is a true story. They actually, the author of the story went to, I believe it was Delhi, to actually research this, and he found it, okay? So there's this royal family, okay, that lived in this fortress type of a thing. And the author or the journalist that actually was reporting on the story, he said it was crazy because when he got the address, he'd finally gotten permission from the house manager that he could come and do this story on them. So he got the address and he shows up and it's the woods, right? He shows up and he's in this forest and he's like, I don't understand. Like, what's going on? I don't get it. And so he called the guy and the guy was like, yeah, you're in the right place. You're just going to have to go through the woods to find us. And the journalist was like, what are you talking about? So he ventures into the forest. The journalist ventures into the forest. As he ventures into the forest, he's going through, like he said, it was crazy. It's like a rainforest, jungles and snakes and monkeys and all this stuff. And he's like, he said it seemed like it went on for days and days and days, until he said it literally took him an hour to get to where he was going through all of this jungle. All of a sudden he gets to this place, this clearing, and there's a turn of the century palace in the middle of this rainforest. And he said he sat there just kind of awestruck through all of that. He had found this palace, and everything that would happen that you're probably thinking of too is happening too. Like, okay, so how do these people eat? What are they doing? Where are they going? Like all those things that we think about. And so he ventured in, he knocked on the door, and the guy answered him, the house manager, the butler or whatever answered him. And he said, come in, let me introduce you to, let's say, the queen. I don't even know what her Royal Highness's name was, but she was somebody really important at one time. And he walks into this palace, and he sees these gorgeous tapestries everywhere, right? He sees this beautiful art, all of this incredibly magical, mystical stuff. He said it felt like he was stuck in kind of the turn of the century of India. Remember, it was in British rule at the time, so it had this really regal feeling to it. It was as if time had stood still, and here he was in this beautiful place, and it had been maintained and everything. And then he meets this woman who is this royal, right? And he sits down and he has this conversation with her. Anyway, so how does this relate to what we're feeling like now? So one of them in my meditation today, also when I was meditating, I saw all of this craziness. And then in the center, I saw the Wheel of Fortune. It's a tarot card, the Wheel of Fortune, which means that like good things are coming. It means that there's this fortune that's happening for you, that's being created for you, that you're going to be a part of. So here we are, and I saw this Wheel of Fortune amidst all this other chaos, and it reminded me of this story, because we're in the jungle right now, guys. We may have to cross that moat, but I promise you, now more than ever, I want you to know and I want you to understand that the palace is also there. Okay, we're going to come into that clearing, and we're going to see that palace, and we're going to have that moment just like that journalist did, and we're going to go, wow, I went through all of that to get here. And in doing so, you're going to take this big, huge sigh of relief, and you're going to say, wow, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. Why? You know, you've heard that, maybe you've heard that phrase, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Guys, we are students. We are eternal students. We are students of the cosmos. We are students of the universe, of the creator of all that is. We are students. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I've got news for you. The teacher is here. And the teacher is here because you're ready, because we are all ready. We are all excited to share and experience and be a part of this magic that we're going to step into. And listen, when you go to school, we go to school for what, like 18, 19, 20 years, right? From kindergarten through college, 20 years, 18, 20, 25, whatever years you go to school. You don't learn overnight. You don't just go from kindergarten to third grade to sixth grade. You learn and you grow. And we are now ready, and we are in the school in which we are growing and we are learning and we are evolving. And this pertains, I know some of you are thinking, okay, so you're telling me about what's going on in the world, but what about me? Guess what? As above, so below. What's happening in the world is probably mirroring what's going on in your life. And it's time for us to recognize that being the student is one of the best places to be, because as you're a student, you're gathering all of your energy, you're gathering all your knowing, you're gathering all the excitement about what it's like when you graduate. What's it going to be like when you graduate? What's it going to be like when you get to walk across the stage and get your diploma? Whatever that means metaphysically to you, metaphorically, metaphysically, anything. What is that going to be like? So guys, in this place and time where we feel so much chaos around us, while we want to be a part of it, we want to add our activism and we want to share and we want to grow, we have to take care of ourselves. You have to take care of yourself. This is you becoming the student. This is you negotiating who you are, who you want to be, who you want to become, what you need to learn to be able to do that. And how awesome. How does it get any better than this? What else is possible? Okay, so all of that we want to really, really meditate on tonight in our live, and really, really go with the flow. It's funny, as I'm talking, one of my followers actually said to me, it was so cute. She said, you know, I'm gonna have a hat made for you and it's just gonna say really, really, because you say really, really a lot. And I just, because she said it to me, I noticed how often I say really, really. So yeah, so I may be wearing my really, really hat pretty soon, because I really, really feel like this school, this cosmic school that we're in right now is so divine, guys. It's so divine and it's so exciting. But we need to focus on what's important to us. And we need to take that energy in and go in and go in and go in. Okay? Healing, healing, healing. One of the other reasons I've called most of you here today, when I actually sent many of you messages to please join, is because I want to contribute our energy today to somebody who's very dear and very special to me. I'm not going to mention their name just for privacy reasons, but this person is in critical condition at the moment. This person is very special. He's very, very special. And I just wanted to take a moment this evening in our meditation to focus our energy on healing, okay? And for this evening, I just want to send energy specifically to him, okay? In Kabbalah, in the energy of Kabbalah, say the Hebrew name, the person, and the mother's name. So in the meditation, I'd like for you to meditate on Raphael ben Sarah, okay? Raphael ben Sarah. All of us can meditate and meditate for his healing, but also for the healing of so many others, and so many others that are in pain. Another very dear friend and somebody I work with, she was also in the hospital. God willing, I hope she's home now. So there's a lot of energy, right? There's a lot of energy, but we can collectively, the more we come together, the more we contribute our collective energy, the more energy is radiated into the world, into those people, places, and things that we're sending it to. So in tonight's meditation, we're about to get started. As we go up, I'm going to do the same thing that we always do. We're going to use a theta healing meditation. Theta healing is a modality that works in the subconscious beliefs. What we perceive in the world is a reflection of what we believe, okay? So what we do in theta healing is we go to the bottom belief and we find bottom beliefs and we pull them and we replace them. And as we pull them and replace them in our subconscious mind, we create a new reality for ourselves, okay? And as we create this new reality for ourselves, we create a completely different world, okay? So as we do that, we're going to do the theta healing meditation. I'm going to walk you into it. We're going to go up. We're going to experience it. And then from there, it's when we'll do the meditation for Raphael Batzara. Okay, so first of all, thank you thank you all so much for joining me. I love you all, and I feel your energy. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Betsy, Brenda, Sarah, Bernice, Becky, all of you. Thank you so much for being a part. Kara, I know you're here somewhere. Marcy, hi. Wow. Carlene, wow. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining. Okay, so what are we going to manifest this week? What are we going to create? What kind of magic is there to do? Magic to do, magic to do, magic to do. Let's create some magic in the cosmos. Let's create some magic for our friends. Let's create some magic for us in our lives. Okay, so let's go ahead and uncross our arms and our legs. Hi, Martha. Let's uncross our arms and our legs, and let's open ourselves up. Okay, and just as we do this act of uncrossing our arms and uncrossing our legs, we open up and we say, show me. Show me. So now we are saying to the universe, to the creator of all that is, I am open, show me. From this place, we begin the meditation. We begin the meditation by, first of all, recognizing that when we close our eyes, we're going in. Okay, that's why we always meditate closing our eyes. Although you can do active meditations too. Exercises and active meditation, yoga, those are all things. In our meditations, we're going to go inside. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to go inside. And we just want to become completely present in this moment, in the here and the now, right now. And as we allow ourselves to become present here, we want to remind ourselves that any and all distractions that you hear, or sounds, or babies crying, there's a lot of mamas listening right now, babies crying, obligations that you have to get to, just allow those things to come and let them go. Come and let them go. Come and let them go. Just come and let them go. Come and let them go. Release them. Okay? And so as we do so, I want to take a second to focus on our heart center. And as we focus on our heart center, we want to see a beautiful ball of light that's radiating from that center. And that center is a ball of light that's been with us since the dawn of time, since the dawn of creation. It knows everything about us. It knows everywhere we've been. It knows all the lessons that we've learned. And all we're going to do is just welcome that energy to become one with us. Okay? So as we focus that energy, let's allow ourselves to expand. As we focus on the ball of light, it expands out beyond us until it encapsulates our entire being. And then our ball of light extends and expands out into the chair that we're in, into the room that we're in, into the computer or the devices that we're paying attention to. And we extend out past there into the house that we're in, into the land, into the neighborhood, town. Remember, we're all just a bunch of atoms and molecules that are rearranging and floating in space. So imagine you're just rearranging with these atoms and molecules, becoming one with them. So expand out past your neighborhood and past your town, to the city, the state, the country that you're in, the bodies of water that surround the country, the continents, and finally, the entire globe. See ourselves in this globe. The globe is our human home. See our globe filled with light as we expand out past the globe into the space-time continuum, past planets and galaxies and the Milky Way, further and further and further out past galactic universes we haven't even discovered yet, until we reach out further and further and further until we come to the edges of the universe. We come to the edges of this physical reality, and we enter different layers of light. Some light, some dark. We keep moving and growing and go through them faster and faster and faster, some bright, some dark. But we extend and expand out past there until we come to a beautiful golden light layer, the golden light layer that feels warm and nurturing and caring. And we extend out past the golden layer until we come to a beautiful, beautiful jelly-like substance layer. And as we pass through the jelly-like substance layer, it might feel like we're in the deep end of the pool. And like you're swimming in the deep end of the pool, look up and I want you to see a beautiful bright light. And I want our energy to emerge with all of this until we rise up higher and higher and higher until we come to pass through this beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion, permeating and propelling us into the seventh plane of all that is, this realm of pure light energy. And as you feel that pure light energy all around you, This pearly-like essence becomes one with everything, and you just melt away. And it's here in this highest realm of the cosmos that we can understand and become one with everything that is in the universe. And so I would like to begin from here to imagine all of our friends and all of our family who need healing now. And that may be you. You may need healing. It's absolutely, absolutely welcome. I want you to envision that there's this beautiful triangle in front of you, this pyramid. As you see this pyramid, I want us to put all those that we love and that we care about into our pyramid. And as we do, we put their energy into our pyramid. Let's just witness them walking happily and healthily into the pyramid. And as they emerge into our pyramid, every single one of us is going to join in our hands cosmically, and we're going to focus healing on that pyramid. And you can just say the name of the person and their mother's name. Raphael bin Sarah, Lorraine Bat Sarah. Any other names you want to contribute into this pyramid. Just keep seeing their faces. It's okay if you don't know their mother's name or their Hebrew name. It doesn't matter. Just say their regular name. Just put their energy and see their face in our beautiful pyramid. All of us will carry that energy and that vibration. And so what we want to do now is we want to witness the perfected reality of who they are, completely healed. So let's just take a second to witness them. Morphing almost from this place of dis-ease to this place of complete whole health, whole well-being. We've also lost some souls recently, so let's just meditate for the elevation of those souls that we have lost, that have crossed over as well. They're laughing. They're like, we're already here, please. So we can see them in that pyramid. And as we see them in that pyramid, we just make the command, creator of all that is, it is commanded or requested, that an instant healing is done for our friends in this pyramid. Thank you, creator. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. I'm also reminded of my uncle's mother, Rolene Batsara. We're going to put her in there as well. Just remember anyone and everyone. And we can put all of those lives we lost to COVID, all of those lives that we are losing on the streets, that are fighting for justice, all of those whose lives have been lost to injustice. We can see and witness them in that beautiful pyramid, elevating to their next state, elevating to their completed whole self. As you see them in that state, I'm just going to offer you some downloads. So if you want some downloads, just say yes to receive them, okay? Would you like to know that it is not only probable, but likely and possible that instant healings can take place, that instant healings can take place and miracles can take place? Would you like to know the Creator's highest definition of what a miracle is? And that to tap into the energy of miracles is all we have to do is ask for it and create it. You know, even in the good book, the Bible, the Torah, it says, ask and it is given, ask and ye shall receive, right? This is no joke, my friends. This is definitely a tool for us to tap into. What is it that we're asking for? Would you like to know that it's safe for you to ask for what you want? That in asking for what you want, you are not being selfish. Would you like to know how to ask for what you want so that what you want is something and anything that cancel that affects the world in a healthy and positive way? If you'd like to know how to contribute that energy, say yes. If you would like to know what it feels like to have desire and to know what you want, say yes. And would you like to know that it's safe for you to have desire and that it's safe for you to know what you want and it's safe for you to ask for what you want? If you'd like that, say yes. And you're allowed to ask for what is needed for you. Somebody just asked me if they could ask their partner to have sex with them. To that I say, yes, of course you can ask your partner. If you don't ask your partner, they'll never know. So would you like to know that it's safe to ask those that you love and those that you are closest to for what you need or what you want or what you desire? Would you know that you can do so without the fear of rejection? Would you like to know how to be able to be in a perfect synergy and symbiosis with everyone in the universe so that maybe if you don't get what you want right away, that you know how to accept that with ease and joy and glory, and also see the divine timing and everything, and you know how to interact with those who may not want right now, and that it's safe for you to create communication and dialogue so that you know how to ask for what you want with those that you are closest to, right? So if you would like that, say yes. Would you like to know that you are worthy of getting what you want and that getting what you want is not a selfish thing? Would you like to know that those desires of getting what you want are actually from the creator of all that is? They have nothing to do with you, okay? Yes, we do have egoic-based desires. Of course, we have ego-based desires. But you know, guys, come on. There's a heaviness to the vibration of what you ask for when it comes from your ego. And there's a lightness in the vibration of what you ask for that comes from your soul. Would you like to know how to be able to tap into that vibration and feel that vibration and trust that vibration and go for it? If you'd like that, say yes. If you'd like to know how to have discernment between your egoic desires and your pure desires, just say yes. Would you like to know how to elevate from your egoic desires into your soul-based desires and to operate from your soul-based desires at all times? Would you like that? Say yes. Would you like the creator's highest definition and perspective of what it means to have ego? A lot of us have been really, really, really messed up in what we think ego to be. Would you like to know how to tap into the good aspects of ego and how to relate to your ego in an elevated way so that you can have self-confidence? And can we also just do a healing on your self-confidence chakra, which is your solar plexus chakra? So it's funny because we're really moving in this direction. As we're moving in this direction, we're also really seeing this collective ray of sunshine, ray of light permeating from every single one of our solar plexus chakra. You see that energy, it connects us all. Would you like to know how to stay connected to everyone even though we're disconnected? And would you like to know that in staying connected to everyone, there's no lack? There's no lack. In the cosmos, there is no lack, guys. So even though you might not feel someone physically, or you might not feel an energy or feel a situation, person, place, or thing right away, you are connected. You are connected to all that is, and from that place, there is no lack. Would you like to know what it feels like to live your life from a point of view where there is no lack, where there's only abundance? Would you like to know that those areas of your life where you perceive that there is lack are actually areas of your life where there is true abundance and true wealth and true happiness and true fulfillment? If you'd like that, say yes. So here these words are coming to me: stare down your opponent. So your opponent is any energy that tells you that you are not enough, that you're too, how about that? That you're too something, you're too this, or you're too that. Whatever that energy is, even if that energy is coming from inside of you, which most of that energy is coming from inside of you, would you like to know how to be able to rise above that energy and to actually stare your opponent in the eyes and be able to say to your opponent, thank you? And as the Rav used to say to us, we tell our opponent that the restaurant is closed because I'm no longer feeding you. I am no longer feeding my opponent. Would you like to know how to do that? Would you like to know how to have the strength and the courage and the resiliency to be able to do that? Would you like to forgive yourself for not doing it in the past and know that you can always choose to do it in the future? Great. So there's a lot of energy around sex today. So they're showing me the sacral chakra, which is the second chakra, which for all of us is a sexual chakra. So obviously it's something that needs to be talked about and dealt with today for some reason. Maybe it has to do with the energy of the week. So would you like to know how to be in your power, in your sexuality, and your desire, right? This sexual energy inside of us is that which propels us to go after what we want. Oh, here we go, desires, right? So let's strengthen and build that sacral chakra. Really, really build that sacral chakra. It's 2 inches below the belly button, 3 inches inside of you. That's the sacral chakra, the source of your power as an individual, as a man, as a woman. Would you like to know how to build that energy and build it up and accumulate that energy and be able to hold on to that energy inside of you and be able to know that that energy inside of you is that which will fuel you to getting everything that you want? Would you like to release any guilt or shame that you have connected to your sexuality or to your desires? If you would like that, say yes. Would you like to know that you're sexy? Would you like to know that you're sexy in every single cell of your body? Would you like to know that people find you sexy? And if you're saying, no one finds me sexy, bullshit. There is some group of people, there are people in this world that find everyone sexy and attractive. So would you like to know what it feels like to know how to call those energies into your life that find you sexy, that find you attractive? Would you like to know how to elevate to that vibration so that you can allow that energy to come into us, allow it to come into you? That was very graphic. I just realized. Sorry, I totally was channeling it. It has nothing to do with my mind. Beautiful. Would you like to know how to create? This is also the energy of creation. Would you like to know that you're a creative individual and that you know how to create, that you're worthy of creation? Would you like to know that everything that you can think of and dream of, you can also create? It is one of the cosmic laws of the universe. If you can dream it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can create it. We all have different desires and different creations inside of us. Even though oftentimes those things look alike, they're not. They're all different because they come from different individuals. So would you like to tap into the law of plenty and to know that there's plenty in the world for all of us? Plenty of everything. Plenty of love, plenty of success, plenty of accolades, plenty of money, plenty of sex, plenty of connection, plenty of truth. Beautiful. And on that note, feels like that is exactly what we need this week. So last but not least, do I have your permission to download you with unconditional love and unconditional light, and that you are worthy of unconditional love and unconditional light in every cell of your being? Would you like to know how to radiate that energy of unconditional love and unconditional light into the world around you and vibrate at that frequency all the time? And to live in appreciation. Would you like to know how to live in the law of appreciation all the time? If you would like that, say yes. Ooh, beautiful. So let's take our palms, let's put them together in prayer position, and let's rub them really, really fast together, okay? Rub them really fast, rub, 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 generating that friction. What we're doing, guys, is we're bringing our energy back into the physical realm, okay? We've been up in the spiritual realms. We're bringing it back into the physical realm as we do. Rub, 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 rub. And then put your palms over your eyes. You've generated some energy. The eyes are the windows to the soul. And from this place, you can open up your eyes and really, really, really infuse your eyes with this energy that you accumulated, and bring all of these atoms and molecules that we rearranged into our physical life, into our physical world, into our beliefs, and really take that with us. And when you're ready, you can put your palms down. Wow, that was awesome. You guys are amazing. what an incredible, incredible gift to be able to share that with you all. Share that with you all. So I want to share a few things just to share with you guys. This week, I have the great privilege of teaching a theta healing class online. It will be June 11th, 12th, and 13th. And it will be from 8:30 in the morning until 12:30 in the afternoon. I'm doing it for the moms out there, okay? I've been requested to do the class for the moms. If you want to learn more about theta healing, you can absolutely text me. You can email me, at daniel@theprovocativeintuitive.com. Send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. I'd love to have anyone and everyone. I know it's an expensive class, and I know that this is a time that's hard for everyone. Please just reach out to me if you want to be a part of it, and we may be able to work it out for you. I do have room for some scholarships. Somebody was so kind and so generous as to donate a few scholarships to this particular class. So if you're called or you're compelled to be a part of that, please jump in, join me, and join the class. Okay, so that will be June 11th, 12th, 13th. And it's only 4 hours, right? It's from 8:30 in the morning to 12:30, so you can have plenty of time for your family, okay? Thank you guys so much. Next time I'll see you is on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we're gonna continue with our Gemini energy and work on finishing what we start. That's Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. And then on Thursday is my series, Embracing Empowerment, where we're just going to work on empowering ourselves. That's Thursdays at 11. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for everyone who contributed your energy. Let's continue to meditate and focus on healing and have an awesome, awesome, awesome week. Okay? Much love to you all. Mwah. Thank you.